Hello, everyone. Welcome to the first ever episode of the Greek and Reek podcast thing, where, yeah, I'm your host, Tony. Not Greek. I am Greek, actually, but people think I'm American. Um, and this is my other host, Reek. Say
I
hi, Reek.
I am not Greek. I'm Greek.
Yeah.
Hello.
So, yeah, in this podcast, we're going to be talking about ourselves. First of all, who are we? Well, I'm Tony. This is Reek.
Hey
And
Tony. That's all I need to know.
oh my God, who is that Tony guy? So yeah, we just decided to do this podcast because a lot of people wanted to actually I don't know why the reason we started this in the first place is because of a lot of people who wanted to for us to do a podcast. So hello, I hope you enjoy your stay, and for everyone who's listening, of course, because we're definitely going to be uploading this podcast as like an audio only format. So either way, uh, I'm Tony. Nice to meet you all. I am your local Greek who also does speedruns. Particularly, I've speedrun a lot of RPG games, Kingdom Hearts. I've also tried other games such as the Ape Escape series, uh, and more to chicken and like some obscure games and stuff like that. But I mostly stick to those. So yeah, for the most part, we are going to be talking about the games we want to play or that we are already grinding. What we want to achieve, and mostly, I guess what we would love to try out in the future, in the near future. So I'll throw it over to you, Reek.
Why me? Hello. So, hey, I'm Reek. I speedrun a lot of games, or recalled. You can see it down here, I think. Yeah, there. Anyway, I do speedruns, believe it or not.
Yeah.
We actually speedrun the same game. We should probably talk about how we know each other, but hey, we know each
Yeah.
other from the Ape Escape community. For whatever reason, Tony decided to speedrun Ape Escape 3, all on his own, and for whatever reason, his life just got ruined immediately.
Yeah, that's true. My life has never been the same ever since.
For me, it took a little bit, but hey, I started with Ape Escape 2, which is probably the better Ape Escape speedrun. Don't talk to me.
How dare you?
And other than that, I at the moment I'm like really invested in San Andreas, which is a really cool speedrun. More to chicken, we both do it as well.
Yeah.
If you have to goat simulator, you can see the goat right there overtaking the penguin.
Yeah, it's great. So, yeah, for the most part, me and Reek, we first, I guess we first talked with each other like when I joined. Yeah, mostly the Ape Escape community. I think I actually knew you beforehand, before I even joined the Ape community. I think.
Wait, how?
I don't know. I was mostly. I think I actually did an Ape Escape 3 run at first, and then
Yeah.
I don't know why. I think I heard you from somewhere. I don't know where though. So I was like, you know what? Let me check this guy out. And I saw that you were doing like I think at the time, like when I was grinding Ape 3, I think you were still on the Ape stuff. I think you were doing other stuff too. Donkey Kong Country, I think.
Must have been Donkey Kong Country Returns, yeah.
Yeah. I think it was like SNES stuff. I don't know if you did anything else at the time, but mostly I don't know, like it started out as like this obscure like me just talking to Reek, and then Reek was like, holy shit, this guy is like, he has the potential to be good, but it's like at the time when I was grinding Ape Escape 3, that game is like extremely difficult. I'm not going to get into specifics as to why that's the case, but yeah, let me just say that for the record, if you are looking to learn that game and to grind for a really good time, yeah, I'd have realistic expectations for the most part. But outside of that, though, I did meet. I guess I did actually talk with Reek. I didn't actually meet him at all. I would love to meet him though someday. He has invited me most of the time. Like he told me about his marathon, which you should all check out. It's BSG marathon. It's a very good marathon.
The BSG Marathon. We are hosting our events on the ESA account. You might know ESA from all the European speedrun. That sounds so horrible. I'm also helping out with ESA. Fun stuff.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool stuff, you know. Reek has a lot of let's just say that he plays a major role when it comes to like the tech stuff, the tech side of things at BSG, and yeah, for the most part, I'd definitely love to go to an event someday. But yeah, going back to what I was saying previously, I've never actually met, you know, with Reek, but I would love to in real life. But yeah, we just talked, we hanged out, and it all went, I guess you could say downhill, but no, uphill from that point.
Don't lie, don't lie.
Oh man, everything
Your
was
life is
good.
ruined.
Now you see, everything was good until you told me about Untitled Goose Game. Um, so I think it was like pretty recently as well, like a few weeks ago. Rika actually asked me. He wanted me to commentate his Untitled Goose 100% run. I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was such a disaster. Like it was.
It wasn't too bad. I mean, the run wasn't too good, but like all you need to do is like be someone to be talkable to.
Yeah, it's mostly the thing is I'm not a guy who does commentary most of the time, even though a lot of people meme that hey, you should do a podcast and you know you make good commentary and shit. But no, I don't. I'm not that good when it comes to commentary. I feel when it comes to commentating games, at least, I feel I lack in that aspect. But no, Reek actually he was like, hey, just meme it up, dude. Just like go nuts. But yeah, before we even started, I made a very cheeky clip where, yeah, he was like, "I'm gonna put you in a trunk, like in this trunk or whatever." He was showing like a car in the game. Good shit. It was great. But yeah, no, that was actually a really fun run, and you should definitely check it out at some point if you have time at ESA at the ESA Marathon channel or at the BSG Marathon channel. And yeah, or both. Yeah, if you want to support both events.
Also, if I'm gone, like if I get arrested tomorrow, then it's totally Tony's fault.
Yeah, man, I'm just gonna be blackmailing you. Just gonna send that evidence to the cops and be like, "This is the man. He did it. He did it. He put me in a trunk. How am I alive? You ask? I don't know. I did it, man. I just went out of the trunk and I just ran into an internet cafe and I just like uploaded this info. You know, how did they earn my respect? I don't know. They just did. But no. To be fair though, we mostly like you know, doing a lot of crazy runs. More the Chicken was one of those examples that I didn't actually want to really like. At first, I thought, okay, this game is pretty dumb. Why would anyone play it? But then Reek, I saw him grind that game, and I was like, bro, there's no way. There's no way this guy is just trying to get a good time in this freaking PS1 game. There's just no way, man. But he
no
was.
Clue why you ever said, "Hey, let me join, please teach me." I have no clue why.
Yeah, I don't know why I told you
I
that.
had a stupid idea. I saw a stupid game. I wanted to know more about it. Joester ran it. I bopped him at some point, and then we had a war. And then Tony was like, he was somewhere in the back, but all of a sudden he just zoomed with like a giant PB, and all of a sudden awoke the beast.
That is known as Joester. Joester 98.
Love Joester.
You know, it's funny. So when it comes to More the Chicken, like I remember before I even got the game, I saw the game at GDQ. Obviously, I didn't catch it live because I think it happened like during like a very late time when I was when I actually watched. Like when I eventually wanted to watch, I think it was like at a very late time from for my time zone. So I watched it afterwards, and I was like, bro, this game is really dumb. It's so stupid. But I mean, it was such a funny game though. Like the cutscenes just made it worth it. So then I just look at my boy Rekilt. He just started playing this game, and I'm like, no way, no fucking way. He started going ham. He started getting PB after PB. I think you had the world record at some point. Yeah, you got like an 1250. I think you told me
The PB started at like a 12:10.
1210.
That's where the world record started.
No, wasn't it like a 1250 at first? Didn't you tell me 1250?
Shit. You're right. Yeah.
It was like a 1250 at first, and then you just like it started going like 1210, 12. Actually, no, I think it was 1230, 38 something, and then it just went to 1210 eventually.
Okay, so it was 1252. Then I got to 1251, and then Joester just bodied it at 1214. Then I got to 10.
Yeah. It was like it was such a weird run as well. Like the game itself is very linear, but like everything going on it is just like what? It's a giant meme, but you know, if you ever want to play it, I did actually come across an article which is pretty interesting, by the way. And if you guys want to look it up, you could. I don't know if you're gonna find that article, but basically it was an IGN article that I found during my casual playthrough of Kingdom Hearts 1 Japanese. Yeah, I don't know why I did that, but I basically dug up an article where it said, "Do you hate your kids? Do you want to get your kids a special gift and shit like that?" And it was this IGN article where it was like, "Buy them Mort the Chicken, the best game of all time. It's the best game, I'm telling you. They're gonna have a lot of fun. You're gonna teach them discipline by getting a Mort the Chicken video game for the PlayStation 1 in the year 2000s. It's an actual article. And from that point on, I showed it to Reek, and he was like, "Bro, we need to get people on this. This is great."
We actually got 2 new runners right now, with a third one maybe.
That is true, yeah.
So I'm actually excited about that.
You know what we should do on the Mort server? We should actually have a section as a rule set, like on the rules section. We should have the link to that IGN article, and we should say like, number 1, read this article before you start doing runs. Just like obligatory like reading the stupid article from like eons ago. It's great, man. I love it. Good shit, IGN. But yeah, to be fair though, we did actually do a lot of runs in that game. I did actually get the world record once, which obviously made Joe grind the game for like 4 to 5 hours. I think he said, yeah, 4 to 5 hours, and yeah, he got it back. And now Reek also got a better time than me, and I'm 3rd place again. So as you can tell,
now it's your turn to grind again, man.
You know what? I could actually do that. I could. Do I want to do it though? Do I want to
do it right now?
Do I want to do it though? Nah.
Yeah.
Nah, no? I think I'm good.
What's wrong with you?
I think I had my my peace with Mort for the longest time, man. I think it's good right there. Just leaving it right there. I don't think I want to touch this game any more than I need to. If anything. But no, to be fair, I might go back to it at some point. But right now, it's like, nah. If I go back to it, it's probably going to be like a suicide mission or something. I don't know. It's like, this game is like so simple. Like, how is it so difficult? It is. It just is. If you watch the run, if you ever watch either like the GDQ run, by the way, GDQ stands for Games Done Quick for those who don't know. Charity Marathon, who specializes with, you know, I guess bringing speedrunners from all over the world, and most of the time they have people, you know, either from Europe all the way to America, obviously, because the event is actually hosted in the United States. So for the most part, there have been 2 times where Mort the Chicken has been shown, One was at GDQ. It was actually in GDQ 2010, I think, when the marathon first started, or 2011, which was ran by someone else. I don't remember their name. And then it was shown a second time, like I think it was last year, yeah, by Joe. And actually, no, it wasn't last year. I think it was like the start of this year, 2020. I think it was. But yeah, it was shown at GDQ. And then there was another time before Joe actually showcased that at GDQ at ESA, or European Speedrunner Assembly, as it's known. And yeah, it was done by Yolner, which was the previous world record holder of More the Chicken before Joe obviously got the spot. But yeah, it's a fun game for the most part. Like it is. You're gonna have fun, but you need to have realistic expectations. A lot of really annoying stuff with the game. But other than that, what other games do we want to explore outside of those? Well, do you want to go first, Riek?
Should we just talk about Ape Escape 2? We've both been kind of full-timing it next to the rest.
I mean, I could just like bring back the fact that I want to get a sub 1 hour in that game, and people are quote unquote going insane about it. They're going ape shit. They're going like, "Hey, when are you gonna get that sub 1 hour, bro? You promised us." It's like, no, I didn't.
Yeah. Tony, you are literally 16 seconds away.
Okay, so for context, for those who don't know, I have been grinding Ape Escape 2 any percent, which is played on a PS2 9004 on the Japanese version of the game, which is the fastest version, by the way. The main gripe I have with Ape Escape 2 for the most part is that it's a very technical run for the most part. It's a very impressive run. I'm not gonna lie, like the amount of execution that goes in that run is pretty crazy. And if you ever watch the world record run of Ape Escape 2 any percent, you're gonna be like, wow, that's crazy, man. That's insane. But for some annoying reason, I don't know why, I've been grinding this game for like a couple of months now, trying to get a sub 1 hour in this goddamn video game, and I can't do it, man. I just can't. There's always something going wrong, whether that's like
just I don't know why, but it's mostly from my perspective, you having some problems with handling the monkeys. The monkeys just whack you in the face, and instead of being whacked and attacking back, trying to walk around them. That's like what I see.
I don't know. It's like,
how do you feel?
It's like weird stuff like that. It's mostly, I think the problem I've been noticing most of the time is that I've been having issues with tricks that I normally don't have an issue with. So one of those tricks, for example, is like the Vita Z factory skip, which is actually
Vita Z skip, yeah.
Yeah, the Vita Z skip, which it's not a very difficult trick to understand. The idea is that you want to use the dash hoop because you get it at that point. Actually, no, you get it in Castle Frightmare, right? So you want to use the hoop, and you want to try to do like a circle. And as soon as you do that circle, when you start jumping, you want to be holding the analog stick, facing backwards. And you basically want to ledge grab into a pile of sandbags. The problem, though, is that it's a very technical trick that, if you don't get it first try, can lose you a lot of time. And I say a lot of time as in, like, mostly 10 seconds, I think, give or take. Like, it sort of depends, how well...
It's less than 10 seconds.
Is it less?
Yeah.
I think it also comes down to if you get trolled by the first monkeys, too. It's definitely, like, a factor for sure.
And of course, the second monkey has a gun, and it's never a good idea to give a monkey a gun.
Yeah.
Especially a laser gun.
I don't understand that. Why do they give a laser gun, bro? Isn't that too early, I think?
I mean, do you want it to give bullets?
Bullets would be nice. You could just, like, jump on...
It's a
like
children's game, Nick, Tony. Calling you Nick already. Holy heck.
Yeah,
That's not a compliment, by the way. You should
that's
sue me.
that's Nick underscore for those who don't know. Also, we have people in chat who are actually listening to this live right now. So, hello.
Hello, people.
So this is basically most of the time the issue I've been facing with like trying to get a sub 1 in that game. I just feel like it's impossible because I don't know, it's like literally it is impossible to get a good time because like I don't know, there's like problems that otherwise have never popped up ever before. And it just sucks. I think it's just me losing my grip with the game, if anything. That's why I've been taking a break for the most part. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. But in any case, outside of Ape 2, do you have any goals with that game, Mr. Recult?
Yes. After 2 new people came into the scene, well, one old boy, Tizera, as well as an actual new boy, Yuri, or Ixrical, whatever his name actually is. He's an interesting name. Both of them, like zoomed past the 55 that I got, high 55, and they're at like 52, 53 level, which is pretty up there. Meaning that I need to get started. I need to get serious, and that is like one of my most major problems with Ape Escape 2. I can't grind the game. I just finish every run that I do. I like the run so much. I don't want to reset.
Yeah.
Yes, for Mort, I reset whenever I don't know.
The slight mistake happens.
One pixel off, yeah, but that's like a really tight game, and Ape not, because the whole run exists out of like randomness, whereas Mort, for example, I can grind that because that's not a random game other than the second final boss.
Yeah, I would say that it's mostly like for Ape Escape 2, I think it's not mostly like the fact that it's a tight run. It's just that there's a lot of stuff, a lot of I guess you could say there's the skill factor, which is one of those things, and then there's like the randomness factor, because there are things in the game that can legitimately cost you time. One of them being obviously some fights. I'm not gonna say every single fight because some fights you can actually cheese. White Monkey and Blue Monkey, one of those. But Pink Monkey, for example, and Big Yellow Monkey are like the main 2 fights I'm thinking where you can lose a bunch of time, but that's completely out of your control, though. You cannot control the situation.
Yeah, I mean, for Pink Monkey specifically, there's a thing of execution, where you have to be good and know how the stun club works, because that's also like a lot of skill. But there's also a lot of random attacks that you need to like react proper to and just wait it out, I guess. And after, like, know when the attacks end so you can hit Big Monkey the soonest.
Yeah.
And then you have Giant Yellow Monkey, and that is just a lost cause.
Yeah, that's kind of the issue. I feel like it all comes down to the wire. Like for the last fight specifically, I like even Big Yellow Monkey. It just feels like those fights are basically like if you get a really good RNG, you can actually PB. But then you also have Spectre, which can pretty much say, yeah, about that, Chief. Yeah. It's kind of a weird thing. Like the game itself is pretty fun, and you know, you can definitely get a really good time. You can definitely easily get a sub 1 hour. Unless you're me, in which case I'm sorry. I apologize. You're definitely gonna do it at some point. But no, like it's a fun game though. There's also other categories which people have been telling me to do. One of them being all monkeys, which I don't want to do because you know it's well. I'll let Reek speak for that. Go ahead.
No, you're doing it fine.
No. There's one thing that we don't like in all monkeys, and that thing is called Spectre. Final boss.
It's actually less awful than you think it is. I love it, except for the one time that I got the worst RNG possible. So what happened?
What happened?
What happened? Exactly. So for um, Spectre takes 5 magic punch hits. That is okay. After 4 punches, the chair explodes, and after that, Spectre will do some attacks in a row, always the same 3 attacks, and will repeat those over and over and over and over. Well, it's not too bad. Like normally, you see like 3 attacks or 5, 6, sometimes even 1 if you're super lucky. But this one time, I made a clip of it, or a highlight of it even. I counted 41 attacks. After that, I got an opening to attack myself. I lost it. Then I did 4 more attacks, and then I died, so I had to redo the whole fight. That's just how my soul just disappeared into the ether.
That was when Riek was like, you know what? This is the final time I'm doing all monkeys, and you guys better enjoy it. No, but like, I don't know. Like to me, just it feels as if like yeah, all monkeys is definitely. It feels kind of like 100% in the game, which is not really the case because 100% it also involves grabbing pretty much every single item, like music item, every sort of what is it, monkey stuff, the Monkeypedia stuff, whatnot,
Yeah.
fortune telling and all. Mini games too. You know, there's monkey football. There's like all these mini games that you also need to grab. But for the
Dancing
most
in the game is
part,
better.
yeah, for the most part, it's like all monkeys definitely feels like a complete run per se. But I don't know, like I just love any percent because it feels very like how do I say
I
this?
love All Monkeys War, man. It's the complete experience. You catch everything.
I know,
Better
but it's
routing, honestly.
any percent
Heck,
just feels like you're going really fast. You don't have to think about catching monkeys, which um are like a distance or more, like away from you, just so you can have the monkeys that are like at the start of the level easier to catch, essentially for all monkeys. Because like there are different routes. That's the problem. Any percent and mole monkeys obviously have different monkeys you need to catch because no monkeys you have the second visits of every single level. And I think do you do the bosses again?
no,
No, you don't. Okay.
not in Ape 2. That's just 8. Yeah,
Ape
it's just
3?
Ape 2 that doesn't.
Okay, yeah. So I think it's Ape 3 that does them again? No?
Yeah. Ape
Yeah.
3 and Big Mission both, and then the bosses have 50% more health.
Yeah, it's I don't know, to me it just I don't hate it per se, but I don't know, I feel like any percent just feels very good as a run because you're essentially finishing the game as fast as you can. While All Monkeys is mostly finishing it moderately fast with like catching every single monkey in the game, which yeah, I guess I can see why people enjoy that mostly. But to me, like would I ever want to attempt an All Monkeys run? Sure.
Yes.
I don't see
Right
why
now.
not. Right now, do you want me to open my PlayStation 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
No, don't open it. Just put a disc in.
No, put the disc in, press the power button, let it boot, let it crash on the booting sequence, and then do it again like 50 freaking times until the game just decides to play. And for those who don't know, by the way, my PS2 is cursed. I don't know why, I don't know how, but I have a PS2 which sometimes loads games and sometimes it doesn't.
What is wrong with your PlayStation, man? Really, really, every time.
I don't know, man. I think I need to get an exorcist or something. I don't know. Just need to get like a crucifix on it and just like maybe that'll solve all my problems. Who knows? Maybe I get the Bible.
There's a chat comment saying, "How about all training rooms? What is your opinion on that?"
All training rooms depends on what game. If we're talking like Ape Escape
Ape
2,
2, of course.
Ape 2, yeah, I don't know, Chief. Ape 3, I could see it. Why I could see that being a thing, but like Ape 2, though, I don't know. Half of these, like I guess the Skyflyer ones, you could cheese with like I don't know, weird double jumps. Who knows? Either way, all training rooms.
There's no Skyflyer net boost.
Well, not net boost. but like double jump, like essentially do like you know how you jump with like the hoop and you get a lot of distance, something like that essentially.
That's not a cheese. That's a core game mechanic.
Is it a core game mechanic, Reek?
Yeah, man.
Listen, I've seen a lot of comments on YouTube where they were like, "You cheated. You didn't jump correctly. You're meant to jump immediately, not delay your jump." That's
And
cheating.
that is your problem. You started watching the YouTube comments.
That's true, yeah.
If you want to cry yourself at night, that's exactly what you do.
Okay, to be fair, for me and Reek, we don't hate, people who have no idea of like, how speedruns work. We mostly
Where did this come from?
No, I mean just to clear up any confusion. We don't hate anyone that leaves, negative comments. Obviously, some of these comments are just hilarious in their own right because like saying that you glitch a game and that's not a legit speedrun, like I think it kind of explains itself as to why it's ridiculous. Glitches, yeah, okay, I can understand why you would consider them game breaking, but there's also glitchless categories in some games. So you could watch glitchless if you want legit runs. We don't have glitchless
Escape
though.
2 doesn't do glitches though, so your comment is invalid.
That's true, yeah. Ape 3 though. Now that game has a lot of glitches. Out of bounds.
Oh, okay. So there's segue into A3. Let's talk about A3.
Do you want to talk about Ape 3 or do you want to talk about other games that we potentially would run?
How about games we do run first?
Okay, I guess so. All right. So, what about Ape 3? Fill us in, Mr. Reek.
I don't know. You're literally throwing me in the deep. Well, you were the one wanting to talk about A3. Tony, are you dying? I see you dying over there.
No, I'm not dying. You got no proof.
Ape Escape 3 is actually a game that I left to rot. I'm not doing that at the moment.
I have a question. Why
No.
did you stop running Ape 3 though?
Why I stopped? It felt like the difficulty curve. That's like a really bad reason for me to stop. But it felt like I hit a wall, and even though I'm like not good at any way, shape, or form, I don't know. Like the whole tech and how everything worked in A3 just didn't click for me.
Yeah, I guess so.
I think that's mostly it. I started playing a game yesterday on stream. Ruckrat, Search for Raptor. It's a game that I thought about learning for the 12-hour challenge, which is coming next week. Next week? No, next week, yeah.
Yeah, next week.
I wanted to do that. Then I started learning it because I'm not there in the weekend. So I thought, hey, I can probably do it like right now. And the movement as well, like it's so bad, it didn't click as well. I like good movement. Ape Escape 2 feels fast. Not really against Ape 3 per se. Like I understand the movement, and that's really important. Like you fully understand the game once the character on screen is like an extension of your body. Think about Mario. If you know how high he jumps and how far he jumps, you know exactly, okay, I can make this jump, or okay, I need to do something else to make this jump. If you know that, that is when you truly understand a speedrun.
Yeah.
For a free, for example, I understand it, but I don't like most of it, and it's mostly the tricks that are pretty thing. I do have to mention that there's like some new tech that's found recently. I still don't have any idea how it works, but that's mostly my fault and not the game's fault.
Yeah, for Ape Escape 3, the problem goes like this. You have a very good game that unfortunately I want to say this, but I'm going to hold myself. That unfortunately a bunch of people in the community, mostly Japanese runners, have found a lot of tricks which are extremely hard to pull off. And let me explain what I mean by that. A runner, specifically, known as Edo or Ido, I'm sorry.
Ido Nanachi.
Yeah, there you go. Um, he has found a lot of tricks in the game, mostly very difficult tricks, which involve you chaining a bunch of quad jumps. And for those who are unaware, quad jumps, the way they work is essentially uh, you use the hoop, you you double jump, you switch from the hoop, you switch to the stun club, you smack once in the air, just like you turn around the analog stick, and then essentially you cancel out of that, and that's a quad jump. And then you just
Is it-
basically keep doing that, pretty much, kind of. It's kind of weird the way it works. It's a very funky trick, all right? It's not a very easy to perform trick, but you know, Edo is just or Edo, sorry. He just does it like it's no problem, man. I've seen him clear like one stage in particular, which is Airplane Squadron, where he used that trick to save like 5 to 6 seconds to hit like a he literally just goes into a specific point to just get into the next area, but he does it with like quad jump chaining, which is difficult. And he also moves, by the way. Quad jumping while moving is not easy. Like quad jumping in itself is difficult, but like moving at the same time is even more difficult. So there goes that, I suppose. One part of it is that. Another part
Are
is
you,
mostly out of bounds that have been discovered. But yeah, what were you gonna say, Rick?
are you saying that he's cheating or something?
No, I never said that.
Okay, good.
I'd never say that. No, I think he's a really good runner. He definitely has done a lot of stuff, and also like I don't know why one of the out of bounds like in the castle, Saruman's castle, I think it was called. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know what's with that out of bounds. Like, there's a specific out of bounds you can do there where you just like go into the left part of the area and then you just go inside the next part.
That was already a thing.
How old is it? Like, has it been like
Old. Back
really
when I
old?
still ran it old, 2017.
Really? Oh. Kind of weird to see it utilized now, though. I mean, like, I guess it's a very difficult trick, so figures, but you know, kind of weird. I don't know. For the most part, like Ape Escape 3, to me at least, which I've ran it and I've grinded it for like a year, I want to say. Um, it's a very difficult run because there's a lot of very heavy out of bounds usage, very heavy trick execution, especially when it comes to doing quad jumps or even like, net floats in particular. Like, those tricks are extremely easy to mess up. And in conjunction with out of bounds, which is already a pain in the ass to learn in the first place, by the way, which some of them are so, like, they're super easy to do, but some others, though, they require, like, specific camera angles, specific spot you need to stand and stuff like that. So, for the most part, like, while some of those tricks are extremely, I guess easy and, like, you could do it on your free time and just, like, no problem whatsoever. Some of the tricks, though, like, trying to do them fast, like, in a very like quick manner. Like, it's so difficult, and especially considering that you are utilizing an out of bounds trick or glitch in that case with a very like annoying glitch to begin with. Because net floats, like, they are a really good trick, but they're extremely easy to also mess up because the way you have to do the trick. There are some workarounds, obviously, which involve not pause buffering, because pause buffering can actually mess the trick up. But post buffering, though, ensures that you actually get the trick and that you don't mess it up. And also, for those who are unaware, net floating allows you to actually extend upwards, essentially. It's pretty much like an infinite jump, but you just like go up in the air, and the faster you do it, and the faster, I guess, you do the whole trick, the more height you gain. So, yeah, it's pretty much that, essentially. But yeah, I mean, for me that I've ran the game, I don't know, like, I just don't find it that fun of a run, in the sense that once you start going deep in those tricks, you're definitely gonna be burnt out at some point. You're gonna be like, okay, I'm not gonna do this trick, which saves like 40
I
minutes.
think survival mode runs would be where the game really shines.
Yeah, I guess that's where you draw the line, I suppose, because that's
Yeah,
like,
catch every monkey.
I mean, yeah, but like you do it in, I don't know. I feel like it's better in that sense. Like survival runs definitely have something special to them, you know, unlike any percent, which they have so many special things, but Jesus Christ, it's crazy. What about like other side games? You know, like iToy Monkey Mania though.
No, that's a one-off.
A
That's
one
just
off.
to make the leaderboards and fill them up with at least something.
Yeah, you just do like a 6 hour run while you're drunk. You're just like, okay, so how do I hit this? And
6 hours. It was sub 1 hour.
is it someone
58
hour?
minutes.
Really?
After Monkey Mania was 58 minutes.
Who did that?
Uh,
Was that B Man?
hey, me.
You? When? When did you do that? Really? Never told me about that. Wait, was it when we were discussing about it one day?
4 months ago,
4 months ago.
according to speedrun.com. Come on, okay. The 6th of April.
6th of April. Yeah,
Probably the 5th of April.
yeah, I have no idea then. I don't actually remember. When did you did? I don't remember, man. I thought you told me about that one. I had no idea. So there is another Ape Escape game type of game, I guess you could say, which involves using the iToy camera for the PlayStation 2. Which, by the way, it's not a very let's just put it that way. It's not a very good camera. It's not like, I guess you could say the Kinect, which, laugh at all you want. At least it kind of works. Okay, it sort of works. But no, like the iToy though, it's a very interesting story, specifically with the iToy Monkey Mania game, which I have actually played before, and it's pretty okay. I guess you need good lighting as well, which kind of sucks. But hey, that's all the iToy games in the PS2. But yeah, outside of those games that we just discussed, what game are you mostly looking forward to speedrun, Mr. Rekilt? I know you're already speedrunning GTA.
Are you talking about new projects specifically?
Yeah, new projects.
Okay. Well, I have two. One of them is Ape Escape related, so we're not talking about that.
Okay, I guess it's Saru Racer. Definitely.
No.
Oh yeah.
No, you suck. No, I am
Thanks.
looking into mastering and actually knowing how to run any percent no script stack underflow or no SSU from Grand Theft Auto Vice City, which is another Grand Theft Auto, but it's definitely like in terms of world building, it's my favorite GTA. I like the style. That's it actually.
The setting.
Yeah, the setting. I mean, it's the 80s. Come on, radio.
Yeah.
Oh, love it.
Yeah, a lot of people like Vice
It's-
City.
The run is a little bit shorter than GTA. I've been streaming GTA San Andreas every so much now,
Every day.
hoping to get a sub 5 hour run, and it's not been nice to me.
Hey man, you can do
Today,
it.
for example, I died like barely 3 hours in because I flipped my car twice, my monster truck, and I thought, hey, I don't need to save here. I did need to save there. And that's not even the hardest part of the run. I'm mad, dude. No. And Vice City is like barely an hour if you get like somewhat good. Which, me coming from San Andreas, I don't think that would be too much of a problem. I just need to like know what to do. So, Vice City is actually a really easy speedrun once you get into it. Just, first of all, I need to put GTA like behind me or San Andreas behind me. Need to get a sub 5 finally, be happy, and then I can delve into that.
Yeah,
and then
man.
for the 12-hour challenge that I am going to do is People Saru 2001.
A
Think of Luigi's Mansion, Tony.
yeah.
Have you played Luigi's Mansion?
I did actually play it on the 3DS, not the original GameCube. I'd love to play it though on the original GameCube if I get a Wii.
Okay. Think about sucking a ghost with what do you call this thing again? A vacuum cleaner. However, instead of ghosts, you have monkey pants.
Oh man,
It's the actual Ape Escape 2.
the way you worded that was so great. It's like, so picture this. Imagine you're sucking ghosts, but instead of ghosts, it's monkey pants. So yeah, for those who don't know, there have been some Ape Escape games which have been released outside of, obviously outside of the US and Europe, which are Japan exclusive, one of them being People Star 2001. Other being like Pumped and Primed. I don't think they never got a Western release, did they?
Pumped and Primed is actually European release. I'm not sure about the American side of things.
Oh, what was? Wait, no. There was another game which
Million Monkeys is what you're thinking about, I think.
I think it's Million Monkeys, but there's like a game that you play with like two different characters, a boy and a girl.
Ape Escape 3.
Not Ape Escape 3, bro.
It's not in Europe?
No, it's Japan, I think.
Pumped and Primed is not Europe.
It's not Pumped and Primed. It's something else. Is it Million Monkeys?
Million Monkeys. You can play as the girl. You can play as a lot of characters, even the monkeys.
It might be that then. I don't know. But either way, there's like a lot of good Ape Escape games, which unfortunately, I don't know why some of them just like stayed Japan exclusive. Like the People's Heart 2001. Like, come on, man. Even Ape Escape Big Mission, by the way, or Saru Saru Daisaku-sen, which is a PSP game, by the way. I don't know why it was released only in Japan. Like, come on now. That's Ape Escape 4, man.
We have to thank Shuhei Yoshida for the best Ape Escape game ever. Ape Escape Academy.
Yes. Our Lord and Savior. God bless for bringing us Ape Escape Academy and making us hate ourselves even more. And wish that we never, ever, ever came close to playing another Ape Escape game. Which, by the way, you might say, so what is Ape Academy? Well, I guess the way I could summarize it is the most annoying...
No, say what it is.
Okay. It's the best game of all time. You guys should definitely play Ape Academy. People have been begging me.
What do people get when they play Ape Academy?
Okay, so real quick, some context for this. I actually did a blind race with most of the Ape Escape community. They asked me, they were like, hey, are you going to join our Ape Academy race? And I was like, I played this game when I was a kid. Didn't actually remember what it was like. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, sure, I guess. I'll join, I'll see how things are with that, game. And yeah, real quick, as soon as I joined the race, I hated my life. There was a point, there's a mini game basically, because it's pretty much a mini game collectathon, not collectathon. Oops, sorry. It's basically like a mini game collection.
5 seconds to say minigame collection.
Sorry.
Okay.
It's a minigame collection that the way it works is that it's essentially like there's a tic-tac-toe board that you need to basically do, you need to complete. You're playing tic-tac-toe with the main, I guess, 5 monkeys, which is pink, blue, white monkey, specter, and yellow monkey, and red monkey, of course. But
all the colors.
Yeah, pretty much. So for the most part, the way it works is that you need to complete as many mini games as you can, and if you get like a specific amount of circles in the tic-tac-toe board, you win. The thing though is that most of these mini games,
a certain number of rows, not circles.
Yeah, sorry, rows. You're right. Thing is,
it's a bingo board more than a tic-tac-toe board.
It is, but I look at it as a tic-tac-toe board, so joke's on you. The thing is, though, that the main issue I have with that game is that the minigames are so flippin' difficult that even adults, even adults like us, have issues and trouble completing. For me specifically, there's a minigame that I absolutely hate, which is monkey counting. And it was so bad. It was so flippin' bad that I actually yelled on the mic. So close. And everyone knows me.
I'm going to call you out. You are overreacting.
Yeah, I was overreacting, but the reason I overreacted, may I add, is because I missed one simple monkey when counting monkeys. And that's mainly because the way that minigame works is that monkeys they essentially go from left to right, and you have to count how many monkeys essentially reach the right side of the screen. Sounds simple, right? Problem is, though, that most of these monkeys tend to also go backwards to throw you off on counting more than you should, therefore, obviously, failing the game. The problem, though, is that some monkeys either go too fast or they just like trip you and just like go backwards. So it's pretty much like a memory game, essentially, trying to remember as fast as possible how many monkeys you've counted, which ones you've obviously counted, and whatnot. But that's the main issue I have with that minigame, is that it sucks. It's so bad. And yeah, I did overreact. I basically just yelled on the mic, and there's a clip, and people just say, "Wow, this guy yells a lot. It's great." It isn't. I'm suffering. Please help. Send help. Either way, yeah, Epic Academy I think is not a good game because, to me at least, it's not a good game because I feel like the people that designed it are evil and they don't want anything good in this world. So they were like, you know what? We're just gonna make our players suffer, bro. Pretty much. Outside of that, though, would I attempt to do a run? Possibly, because the previous run I did was not done on official hardware. It was done on emulator, which, okay, not bad, but still.
Bad kids.
I'm not. I promise. I have my PlayStation TV and my new DualShock 4 controller, by the way, which is pretty nice. Not gonna lie.
All you need is DualShock 3.
Ah, man, DualShock 4 for days. DualShock 4 gang. DualShock 4 gang. So anyway,
Also,
yeah.
white PS TV boy.
Well,
Love this thing.
I guess I'm the yin, and you're the yang.
Isn't it the other way around?
Oh shit, you're right. You are correct. Never mind.
Cool.
Either way. All right.
So, Tony, what is the next game that you want to put your teeth in when it comes to speedrunning?
That's a very good question. So most games I've been looking forward to play right now. It's actually one of my favorite classics, which I played when I was a kid. Super Mario 64. I do have the Japanese version of the game, but one thing to note is that there was a Nintendo Direct recently, which also stated that, I don't know for what reason, by the way, that Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and Galaxy 1 are coming to the Switch as a limited time only release. Why? Who said yes? This is
stay on topic, Tony.
Anyway,
we're talking about SM64.
You're right. I'm getting ahead of myself. Anyways, Super Mario 64. I love the game, and I definitely had fun. I did actually already do runs of the game, but on a PAL N64 console. And yeah, definitely love to explore, I don't know, other categories as well. I've done 16-star runs of the game. I'd definitely love to do like 70-star, maybe even 120 stars, but we'll see. As for other games, Bomberman Hero, definitely. I'm actually waiting on my copy to arrive eventually. It's a very fun game. It's basically a Bomberman platformer, if I were to describe it. And it's a pretty fun game. Other games I would definitely look forward to learn is possibly like Harry Potter games, maybe like a console Harry Potter game or a PC Harry Potter game. And the reason I say console or PC is because some of the versions, at least for the early Harry Potter games, are different, console wise and PC wise. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much it for me. What about you, Reek?
We've already spoken about what I do or what I'm going to do.
Well, outside of Vice City, though, do you have any other retro games or perhaps anything else?
Oh, this is the wrong game.
I was about to say, are you sure? Is that the correct game?
Better?
Yep. Okay.
For those not looking, this is Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy's Conquest, but obviously the better version, the JP version. I have learned the speedrun already, and I was supposed to learn that together with a friend of mine, Cherry Bear. Shout out to him. And he's like where I kind of like I learned the route. It took me a while. It took me a long while. And then I finally started doing runs, and I did runs, and I lowered my time every now and then. And I now got a sub 1 hour, which is alright. But Cherry Bear, he at some point, all he did was practice. He never did a run. However, he got into the Ninja Gaiden. Yeah, he is an old school NES Ninja Gaiden runner, and he's pretty good.
Yeah.
So yeah, he just prioritized that. However, I do want to do races with him at some point, and for that, I need to get better, and he needs to start.
I need to get better. Story of my life.
Yeah. I might actually play some in a little bit. You know what? Let's do it. Not now, but later.
Yeah. I guess other games I would also come back to when it comes to speedruns. I actually speedran Disney's Lilo and Stitch for the PS1. I definitely... World record is not going to happen, at least on PAL, unless I get like an NTSC copy. I have a PAL copy of the game, so I could go back to do runs of that game. I actually did runs. I used to do runs on PAL, but I never actually submitted them on any leaderboards and or highlight any of them, obviously. But yeah, I did do runs where I got like a decent time. But it was the thing is I didn't like those runs because I used to play off the OBS preview, and for those who are unaware what that means, essentially I was using a USB capture card without playing on an actual TV, but like playing from my stream, like watching my stream and just playing off the software window of like where I'm streaming essentially, and it was awful. So
yes,
I definitely want to go back to that game. I want to give it a second chance because I think I left it too soon, but it was mostly because I think I also ran other games at the time. I think I ran like Ape 3. I want to say I was grinding that game at the time. So yeah, I don't know. Other games I might look into, like Switch games or whatnot. I don't know, man. Like Animal Crossing, I guess. Mario Kart 8.
Speedrun Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing New Horizons speedrun, and then Nick just like joins my chat and is like, "This is amazing." Like,
who's Nick?
Yeah, Nick underscore is basically Nick. Yeah, Nick underscore is basically the dude that no shit. By the way, no fucking around. He literally donated for me to get a Switch. What a great guy. Shoutouts to him. Nick underscore. My good buddy. Our good buddy, actually, because Reek also, knows that nerd. I remember that, like, what was that run he did? Like, it was a Galaxy 2 run, I think. You were on that race, weren't you, Reek?
I was racing him in Super Mario Galaxy 2. Took me a little bit less than 16 hours. It took him 17 point something hours.
Yeah, he was stuck on one stage and like he just couldn't pass that stage. Oh my god. I remember, we were on a voice call. Was I in that?
You weren't in there.
No, I think actually no, I think I was in chat. That's right. I was in Nick's chat. I just like saw him just like suffer, try to get past one single level in Galaxy, and he was just like stuck there forever.
Are you talking about the final one, right?
Yeah, it was like the final stage, I think.
Yeah, that's worth it. I do want to mention that we have been going on for an hour now.
Yep. So do you want to wrap this up? What do you have to
I
say?
don't know. Are there any chat questions? We do have a chat, and we look at you, and I've been posting a little bit in it. I know the original founder of the Greek and Riek podcast was founder. I mean, the guy who gave us the idea to do this thing is here. Okay, I guess I have to talk because Tony is ordering some gyros and some tzatziki sauce.
Nope. But it's time to wrap this up because I have to actually go. So
Uh-oh.
yeah.
This is good. Okay.
We have to wrap this up. So I just want to say thank you so much for listening or watching, for that matter, the Greek and Riek podcast. This is the one and only episode we'll ever do. But this was mostly done because me and
You made
Riek,
it.
me and Riek, we wanted to do this just for the funs. And I'd like to give the question to you guys. Do you want us to do more episodes? If
And
so,
actually structure it because we've been talking about whatever, but we could structure and talk about Nintendo Directs, for example, and give our opinions on it.
yeah, just like
hey, you should have done that ages ago.
I should have. But anyways, the thing is, if you want to see other episodes and you want to give us topics to cover, then make sure to follow me and Rekilt at Tony Cordados, my screen name, and at Rekill underscore LT. Is it
What are you talking about?
your Twitter handle?
Oh, my Twitter handle is Reek_LT. So get rid of the E. I can't see where it is, but E, probably this one here. Get
Either
rid of
way,
the E. It's an underscore. Or on Twitch, just Reekle's my name.
So anyway, the thing is, if you want to see and or hear more episodes of this podcast, please let us know what you want us to cover for the next episodes. Again, we were kind of going on a tangent and just talking about a bunch of things because, well, for one, we had no idea what to do for our first episode, and secondly, it's mostly experimental, and we wanted to see if you guys would like it mostly. So, yeah, we'll definitely try our best to release more episodes if you want us to do them. So, yeah, we want to thank you. We want to thank you again for listening and watching. And, yeah, take care, everyone. Have a good one. Thanks for listening and watching.
And as always, stay funky, bro. I'm not going to say that.
Say it. Say it. It's still going.
It's not mine. It's Davey504's. Okay, stay funky, bros.
Okay, there we go.
Oh, no, better. This is ours. Stay hydrated.
Okay.